Guess where I am? Sums up my week. This is that job where we had to originally had to flush the system out, then we had to swap the cylinder because there was a hole in the coil on the cylinder. Once we've done that, we had to change all the pipe work, and it just sort of escalated massively to the point of flushing the system through and the ceiling there came down. Your van is your most important tool, because if that lets you down and that stops working, you're not going out to earn your money. I can go onto my Powered Now app, just sort of getting into the swing of things with it, but converting from all my paperwork, that's going to be a thing of the past because everything's got to be digital. But it's just a dead simple program to use. So I'm just sort of getting my head around it. I did a quote the other day, literally with the customer, quoted them, hit the button, and it tells me whether they've accepted the quote. During this video, I'm going to do a little bit of a giveaway, but you've got to keep your eyes open if you want to win one of these Unilite power banks. Now, during the video, there's going to be a number of these in a scene laid out. You won't miss it. And as soon as you see it, drop in the comments, just put the number of Unilite power banks are, and then that number. And then what I'll do, I'll go through all the people that are subscribed to the channel. You've got to subscribe to the channel, you've got to like the video, and you've got to drop in the comments the number of Unilite power banks are, and I will pick one of those people and I will send out a free Unilite power bank to them. So keep your eye out, you won't miss it, trust me. All I want to do is find out how many are in that shot of them Unilite power banks. Right, a little bit of a different video. Let you have a look, see what you think. Right, let's try a little bit of a follow me around for a morning, or it might even go to a day, vlog sort of style video. So I'm currently in my car heading up to my unit to get my van. We've got a few little bits to get sorted today, so I just thought, while it's a day that I'm not actually physically plumbing, these are the sort of days where you've got to get stuff done. So I've got to go meet a plasterer and look at sorting out the ceiling from the job where the ceiling came in. Sums up my week. Sake. God, it must have been October, November time now. Customer's good as gold. He said leave it till the new year, let it dry out, etc, etc. So we've done that. So we're going to meet the plasterer there early this morning. The reason I've got to meet him there proper early is the van is in for a service about 8:30, so I've got to get the van from the unit, go over and meet Jamie, show him what needs doing there, which is pretty obvious because there's a big hole in the ceiling, come back, drop the van off to be serviced, walk home from the van being serviced, edit up a YouTube video, or start to edit a YouTube video, and then go back, pick the van up. Then this afternoon, some of you may know I do the Trade Ledgers podcast, so I've got to host a podcast over there in Redditch, just about 10 miles from my house, and we've got, I think it's like a bespoke joiner coming on, so I need to do a little bit of research on him and then plan some questions, plan the podcast out a little bit. So yeah, even though we're not plumbing today, we've got a little bit of a busy day, we've got things to do. So let's get to the unit and get the van out. So look at this. Right, before anyone moans, I can do this. I can hold my camera up while driving down here because it's private land. It's on the farm where my unit is. So look at the view that I get each morning. I mean, obviously it's a little bit bare this morning, but in the summer when there's cows in the field, sheep, sun's out, it's really nice. It's a bit horrific in the winter when you're driving down here and it's covering your van in mud and rubbish and bouncing up and down holes, but it is what it is. And then also what they do on a Friday night here at Church Farm Brewery is have like a tap yard. So it's open from 5 till 9 Friday night. So if you're local, if you're in the Warwickshire area, swing by, have a pint. It's all sort of brewed in house, hence being a brewery. But yeah, no, it's a cool venue. It's cool. It's a cool place to have my unit. Really cool atmosphere. There's always people about. Dead secure, and obviously I've got my storage and that. And also I've got another little unit coming here soon. A little bit of a teaser. I won't say too much about that because I want to reveal it when it's at the point of being revealed. Right then, let's get in there, get the van out. There we go, van in front of the unit doors. I can usually get the van in the unit, but there's something else in there at the moment that I will show you in a second. But yeah, great little unit. The other unit that I'm teasing is over there, but yeah, that's to come very soon. Right then, in the unit, I just love it up here. As I've said before, I'm sure I've said before on videos, I love just coming up here and having the stock that I sort of carry, tools, bags, lights, fittings, fixtures, so that I can sort of load the van out every morning. I can look, see what we've got in, load the van out. I can always swing back here because it's fairly central to where I do most of my work anyway. So yeah, if I need to swing back here, grab stuff, it's here. But the reason the van is not in here is because of, people who know on the channel, I love my cars. I've got my little Fiat sat under the cover here. That is on trickle charge, actually. Yeah, all nice and tidy. The other week, well, for the last 6 months, I've been looking at these certain cars for a long time. I've always wanted one for 20, 30 odd years. I think they're just so cool. Even just sat still, they're just dead cool. So I ended up hunting one down, and I've bought this, and it wasn't just for the colour. There we go. We bought ourselves a 1971 Volkswagen Beetle J-Reg. So that is 55 years old. Loads of history, massive file of history. It's been really well looked after. It looks great. It's been lowered a little bit. It looks cool with the roof rack. And I genuinely could not have matched the colour of the car to my branding any better than that. So in the summer, that parked up next to my van is going to look pretty cool, being the orange and the whole orange and black thing. But yeah, always wanted one. They're dead basic, really crap to drive basically, but they just make me smile. I've always wanted one, so I thought it's a little bit of an investment. I'll get a hold of a 1971. Weren't really too bothered what year, I just wanted it to be an old one. I could go dead geeky and say it's older than a certain type and there's super Beetles and all that sort of stuff, but you don't want to hear that. So yeah, got that, that's cool. And to be fair, there is also something coming to the channel sort of work car wise that I ordered last July, and that is very close to being delivered. So when that comes, it's going to be proper cool. But yeah, there's a little Beetle, little toy for the summer. Right then, let's jump in the van, get over town and meet up with the plasterer and see what state that ceiling's in. Guess where I am. Here's a little bit of a clue. If I put the camera there, this is that job where we had to flush, originally had to flush the system out, then we had to swap the cylinder because there was a hole in the coil on the cylinder. Then once we've done that, we had to change all the pipe work, etc, etc. And it was the job, I'll put a link actually up here or there to that job, because it's an interesting job where it's like a can of worms. We started working on it and it just sort of escalated massively to the point of, on a Friday afternoon, we was flushing the system through and the ceiling there came down. So a few months later, a few months down the line, and I've got James, my plasterer, he's coming out now to sort this out, to fill it, skim it, get it all back as it should be. And he's also going to sort out a few of these little cracks that are around it. I don't think they were from where that happened, but while he's there, we might as well scrape them out and done. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I remember this job happening and it was just everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and that was the final straw on a Friday afternoon. But at least now the heating system is absolutely red hot. This is a big townhouse anyway, so heating a house like this is hard work, as I'm sure you'll be aware. But yeah, with the heating system flushed out, all is sorted. So James now is going to get that sorted for us. So we've got to go from here now. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. Got to go from here now, meeting James, showing him this, to getting the van dropped off for a service. So not only am I paying for that, I've also got to pay for my van. That's going to be a few hundred quid, 300-400 quid, I suppose. but we also need to go over the van situation, which is a very interesting one. Right, let's go drop it off. There we go, van dropped off. Well, van's here, but dropped off at my mate's garage, ready to be serviced. And I always say, your van is your most important tool. You've got to look after it. If that needs servicing, get it serviced every year, every 2 years, because if that lets you down and that stops working, you're not going out to earn your money. So always look after your van. I'm quite particular with stuff like that anyway. If anything, I'll over service my van and my cars and stuff. But yeah, drop that off, and I've said to Jay, my mate, as soon as it's done, let me know. I can get down, pick it up, because I think I've got to shoot off and quote for a job if the guy's in. If not, I've got plenty more stuff to get on with anyway. Right, van's dropped off, let's go. Right then, with the van dropped off now, getting its service done, I usually do my editing on a Saturday morning. It's Friday at the moment, so while that's out being done and it's a bit of a dead time because I've got no tools, can't go and do any jobs, I thought I might as well crack on with what is going to be this upcoming week's video. So by the time you see this, you've probably already seen this video, but I'm editing everything on my iPad. I've just recently bought this new iPad because what I've done, you may have seen it, I've converted, because I'm a sole trader, going into April with the tax returns being quarterly, I've now started using a job software app powered now. So what I'm going to do now is when I do jobs literally on the road, I'm going to keep my iPad in the van. I can go onto my app. In fact, I can show it. I can go onto my Powered Now app. I'm just sort of getting into the swing of things with it. We're converting from all my paperwork. I mean, I've got my invoice books and all that there. That's going to be a thing of the past because everything's got to be digital. Being a sole trader, earning over £50,000 a year. Next year it's coming out to £30,000 a year, after it's £20,000. So we've got to start doing everything digitally. But it's just a dead simple program to use. So I'm just sort of getting my head around it. I did a quote the other day, literally with the customer, quoted them, hit the button, and it tells me whether they've accepted the quote. And then I've also got sales, jobs that I've invoiced and just waiting for payment and all that sort of stuff. So I'm still getting my head around it. However, I digress. That's why I've bought the iPad, so I can do everything in the van as I go, to make my life a lot easier than spending 2-3 days at the end of the year piling all my receipts together, going through. It's all done on that app. But what I have been doing is editing the video that you'd have already seen. So at the moment, I do all my editing. I used to do it on my phone. I now do it on my iPad. So I'm just working through the intro. Now, the intro is key on the YouTube videos because that's what hooks you into it. So I have just spent the last 3 hours going through this job, trying to work out hot water pipe work, secondary hot water pipe work, central heater pipe work. So I've spent a lot of time editing it all down. We've got our bass line here, which is the music in the background. Then we've got our line here, which is your visuals. Then the top line is bits that I'm cutting in, like B-roll stuff that I'm cutting in. And then if we come out, I've also done a voiceover on this one, if I find it. It's further down here. It's quite interesting. Here we go. So if I pull that up, you've got your visuals there, your audio there, and then the bottom line is the voiceover, where we need to get the inserts in and then get the fitting on. So to put all this together, this has gone from probably 45-50 minutes of raw footage from this job, and I've just spent the last 3 or 4 hours editing that down to 25-minute video. This one is. So once that's done and I'm happy with it, we can fully render it, which basically compresses everything. Render it, upload it to YouTube. Then I've got to spend probably another few hours doing the thumbnail, title, SEOs, description, all that sort of stuff. So YouTube isn't an easy job. So, you know, I reckon I probably spend 10-12 hours editing one video and getting it out there. That's the chair squeaking, not me. I reckon I spend probably 10-12 hours editing a video up, getting it out there, titles, thumbnails, all that sort of stuff. So, as I said, while the van's in being serviced, I thought I might as well crack on with that, because usually it's Saturday morning and it takes up most of my Saturday, also while editing during the week. So Saturday is the final run through, tweak, render and get it ready. So I'm going to crack on with this. Hopefully the van won't be too long to be done. Go and pick that up. Then got to get changed and head over to Unilite HQ where we film the Trade Legends podcast. So when we get there, I'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough of the set and how the whole podcast sort of thing works. Let me know in the comments if you're finding this interesting. If you are, give this video a thumbs up. Get subscribed to the channel. I just thought I'd do a little bit of a vlog video, really, more than the plumbing side. So yeah, this is a day when I'm not plumbing, but it's the back end stuff. I've also got a few emails that I've got to get sorted, and yeah, just there's always something to do. Always something to do. I reckon it's probably a 60-70 hour week this week with the editing and the emails and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's all good fun. Right, hopefully the van won't be too long. Right then, I've just picked the van up from having a service. Invoices here. So I've had a major service on the van. 37,000 miles, the van's done. Carried out, full service, oil filter, air filter, cabin filter, disposal of oil, consumables, engine and fuel flush, new sump plug, and the labour comes to just over 300 quid. So every 2 years, or I think it's mileage based, but because my mileage is so low, it works on the 2 year turnaround. So every 2 years, in for a service. This one was a major, so next year or following 2 years will be a minor. To be fair, I'll probably get an oil change done in between, just peace of mind really. So that's done. We're back at the unit, leave the van here, jump in the car, and we've got to head over now to do a little bit of research on tonight's guest for the Trade Legends podcast. If you don't follow the Trade Legends podcast, go onto their YouTube channel or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Get subscribed, have a listen. It's trade based. We have loads of different tradespeople in there. So today we've got a guy called Josh from E&G. I think he does Josh E&G on Instagram. He does like bespoke bathroom furniture, bedroom furniture, kitchens, just bespoke woodwork sort of thing. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on him and then wait for him to come along, greet him, I'll always have a little bit of a chat with him beforehand, and then we get into the podcast, usually about hour and 15-minute recording. But I'll jump in the car now, we'll head over there and I'll take you for a little bit of a walk, show you what the podcast set's all about. And the podcast is based in the Unilite building. Obviously Unilite for 3-4 years now have sponsored the channel, so all the links are in the description. If you need anything from Unilite, use my code MJTIFF, you'll get, I think it's up to 25% off. I know it's changed around recently, but any of that Unilite stuff, power banks, lights, all that sort of stuff. Right, let's go. Jump in the car, get over there. Right then, I've now got to Unilite HQ. We've got a podcast. I'll take you into the podcast room in a minute. Josh, our guest for the podcast, has just turned up. Jack from well, no, you are still Unilite.
Yeah, I'm still Unilite.
But you've expanded now into like Aspen and all Vito and all that. Let me take you into the podcast studio and show you. There we go, podcast studio. So this is where probably every other Friday I'll come and we'll film a Trade Legends podcast. Here, that's where I sit. We've got the mixing desk there. We have our guest over here. Either the guest there or the guest in the middle if I'm hosting, and Al, who used to own Unilite, is here. A couple of Unilite products here, look. 3 little power banks. But I enjoy doing the podcast. The podcast is something that's come off the back of the whole YouTube stuff and the content creating stuff, Instagram, YouTube. But yeah, I enjoy doing this. I like speaking to tradespeople that we have in. We've had so many people. We've had the lads from the Home Improvement channel. We've had Mark Marshall. We've had a lot of the big, content creators who are out there on the social media, YouTube, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we've got Josh in tonight. So I'm just gonna have a chat with him out here, go through a few little bits with him, what he's happy to talk about, what he doesn't want to talk about, and then in half an hour or so, we'll get into here, start filming a podcast, hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, I enjoy doing this sort of stuff. But again, it's a knock-on effect of you lot who subscribe to the channel, you lot who support me, get into the comments, all that sort of stuff. It allows me to do stuff like this. So as always, a massive thank you to you lot. Right, let's get this podcast done. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. I don't know how it's going to have played out, but I just thought I'd film a little bit of a day where I'm not actually plumbing, but I'm still dead busy. So yeah, as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop me in the comment, let me know what you think, and also they'll be quite relevant in this video. Those three.